Hello everyone, this is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the notes section below for important information, and of course check out our archives. I want to thank the guy, the reoccurring Bitcoin guy who sent me teeny bits of Bitcoin. I appreciate the smallest of bits. It's very nice of you for the reoccurring Bitcoin. I think that was you. If it wasn't, thanks for the Bitcoin, whoever it was. As you can see, I am back on the East Coast. I'm a little tired from all the traveling and everything, and I still have to do a few more travel-related things. All right, so during my last day I was in Vegas and the travel period, I missed the Bitcoin price going down suddenly. It went down below 600. It was above 620, close to 625. Now it's around 607, I believe. So it's going back up. Again, it was at 575 a week or two ago, so overall it has gone up. But I did notice that not only did Bitcoin go down, I guess it was Sunday morning, maybe it was NFL related. No, not only did Bitcoin go down, all the 10 top altcoins went down. Maybe it was because of Hillary Clinton falling down. I don't know. Some big whale trader maybe spooked everyone and started selling everything. I have no idea. And you know, when day-to-day things occur like that, you can analyze it a lot, and sometimes it is really interesting. There are good things to talk about, but I can't overanalyze this one. It seems like the trend now is up with Bitcoin. And again, for me, it doesn't even matter because I'm long term, and I just think 2020 it'll definitely be worth $1,000. And some people are like, "Oh, Adam, that's a terrible prediction. It's going to be worth $1,000 next week." Again, for the new people here, I try to keep it conservative. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but I think it's awesome to know that in 2020 Bitcoin is going to be worth more. 2020 is a key date again because the next halving is coming up in 2020. But I think by January of 2020 we'll be in great shape. So you did have an opportunity. You know, my last video was about how Bitcoin was slowly going up and some people weren't buying in because they thought it might go down and they'd have a chance to buy in. Well, you had your chance there. That was a dip. There was a good dip to buy in right then and there, and it's still dippaged below 625. So there's your chance. No excuses if you were waiting for a dip, because they do. You know, dips do happen on the slow rise, and I should have mentioned that in my video. So I mean, you're not gonna. You might be waiting for a dip that's down to 500 that might not happen, but even on a slow rise, they're going to be dip days. So whatever. If you think it's going to be worth $1,000, there's no difference between paying $600 and $625. There's really no difference, especially if you think it's going to be worth $10,000 in 3 years. Just what do you think it's going to be worth for the long term? Ask yourself. You don't have to have me tell you what it's going to be worth for the long term. What do you think it's going to be worth in the long term? Make your decisions on that. I seriously advise against, and everyone knows this who's familiar with the channel, to just flip the Bitcoin when it goes up $10 and try to buy back in when it, I'm not into those games. I'm not into trading, and I'm not into every single darn altcoin on earth. There's a few good speculations out there, possibly, but a speculation is a lot better than an investment. Bitcoin is an investment. So let's talk about power a little bit, because power is coming up a lot lately because people are freaking out about Hillary Clinton, and people obsess about these people so much. Power is a very abstract concept. I mean, I could go on and on about it, but you should try to avoid caring about it, though. It is a form of force and control, and I think one of the things I have learned in life is not to desire power over others, and to avoid people who want power and want to boss people around. Just those are bad people to be around. They border on sociopaths. Some of them are sociopathic. I'm a guy. I don't want to boss anybody around. I don't want to be anyone's boss. I don't want to tell anyone what to do. I don't want to define someone else's life. And there are a lot of people who love that kind of thing. I mean, it's like a revenge thing or something. And just, if you find yourself starting to care about power, like, tone it down in your head. Think about it. Why am I into this all of a sudden? And if you're around people who desire power, maybe you should have second thoughts about being around them. And if you're more like me, I think, I mean, it's my opinion, you will know freedom and happiness. And forced power and government go hand in hand. I think you guys can connect all the dots here. I mean, don't become enamored with politicians because you legitimize the power system, the corrupt power system in the USA. Now, it wasn't built to be corrupt. It has just become corrupt over time. And you, in turn, make them more powerful when you really start obsessing over elections and crying about Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton or whatever. Voting has become this passive-aggressive form of revenge power by government dependents. And since they have no control over their own lives, they want to feel like they have control over successful people's lives. And again, it's these type of people who rely on the current system. And there's so many people who will just be like, oh, Bitcoin's a scam. Bitcoin's, you're anti-government. You're a terrorist or something like that. Again, you don't want to be around such people. I mean, these are non-thinking people who passive-aggressively vote so that they can take from you, or they can feel like they have power over you, some sort of revenge, because they're not satisfied with their own lives, because they're completely dependent on others. And my whole thing is to make sure you're not dependent on anyone but yourself. And I think Bitcoin is a great starting point, and you start to understand a lot when you start to study Bitcoin. Anyway, one final note about the sad state of society today. My father picked me up from BWI, Baltimore Washington International Airport. Pretty good airport, by the way. And he had the radio on. He has XM radio in his car. And I actually like XM radio because there are no advertisements. I like the 60s, 70s, and the 80s stations just because I grew up listening to that kind of stuff for various reasons. But there was a woman calling in on the 60s station. And the DJ was like, he was totally cool with what she was saying. It's just sad. She was like, the new season of Wheel of Fortune starting, and she was so happy, and he was so happy for her. And it just reminded me that so many Americans, the TV is their life, and it's sad, and it showed understanding what Americans, what your fellow countrymen care about. But it's not just Americans. I'm sure it's Canadians, Australians care about silly things like Wheel of Fortune or the NFL or whatever. If you understand that people are so stuck in this world, a meaningless world of bread and circuses, that you can rise above it all and become successful immediately. And you also will understand why this economic system of printing money, it will never end, because people are just too busy watching Wheel of Fortune. Again, don't think the system is going to have some massive collapse and some rebellious thing is going to happen, because everyone is too busy watching Wheel of Fortune. That is their life, and they don't care if everything's being inflated. You should care, and that's why you should get into Bitcoin, because you will automatically rise above all these people who just don't give a darn about really thinking critically or anything like that, and getting in arguments about their favorite politician or their favorite criminal football player. So I am Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister. I hope you enjoyed this different video today. I'll talk to you later.